let's talk about kind of a standout moment of the show. I think a lot of people were looking forward to this moment, especially I guess people who've read the manga as well.
Mm-hmm.
But then even if you didn't read the manga, I think it was just kind of like a really strong episode, and that was the declaration of war episode.
Mm-hmm.
Um, the experience kind of it's really a majority of it is kind of Aaron and Reiner, and there's some Falco in it, and there's
Mm-hmm.
and Willie Tiber and all this
Yeah.
other stuff like that, and that
Right.
constant build to this incredible moment. Um, did you what kind of like I just kind of want to know maybe more so the experience of like doing episodes like that. Like, are you there completely at this point, Aaron, who's kind of different now?
He's
Like
very different. Yeah.
in
Yeah.
the first three seasons, you kind of get he's like closer to like a protagonist that you kind of known, and then like because of everything that happens in season three, my favorite scene of season three is the last scene because it kind of like it when I read the manga, I think the end of season three had more prominence and kind of like, wow, the tone really shifts here. Like it really
does.
shifts from inward to outward real
Yeah.
quick. And what was kind of the experience with kind of directing that sort of scene? Because it's an amazing, I think it's probably, if you had to ask anyone who's an Attack on Titan fan, it easily has jumped into
It's
everyone's
one of the
top
ones
five
for sure.
moments.
The closing of season 3, or
No,
Declaration
the
of War?
Declaration of War. Sorry.
Gotcha. Just making sure. I I read along with the manga as best as I can. I'm definitely a few chapters behind now, but luckily we have this huge break where I can get back into it and finish the manga before the show goes back into production. But I knew what was going on with that particular moment, and I knew where it's set in the story, and I knew what sort of tone that it was building up to, which was, definitely, as far as the anime is concerned, like the next several episodes are
Right.
it's just a nonstop battle. But a lot of the what it feels like one of the messages of the show is definitely, everything is told from perspective, and from one person's perspective they're the hero, and from someone else's perspective they're the enemy, and who's right and who's wrong, and all those sorts of things. And this is not the first time it's ever happened, etc., etc. And I knew that the tone of what was happening with Rhina and Aaron in that basement near the stage needed to have a certain quality to it, and I thought that the actors did a great job of it. They, along with knowing their characters very well, they shift a little back and forth with me when I want a particular tone or when I want a particular direction. They trust me with that, and I trust them when we preview it and they come forth with what their interpretation of how this particular moment should be, and we all work on shaping it together. I loved how it turned out, and I also loved as far as the build up that was going on outside with Willie Tiber. Like, I thought that was really a neat thing to play off of in that particular moment. I love how all of those. I love how that 10-minute or so period of things just went down. Like, I thought that was a really beautiful sequence of animation.